how the secret affiliate machine works. Now, you've probably seen this around online or on social media, and I kind of wanted to just kind of pop open the hood. If you weren't really sure about joining this, it didn't seem clear to you, I want to show you how it works, give you a little bit of transparency so you can make a better decision for yourself. I think that most of us were adults here, so we can handle information. And one thing you have to realize about this is that really the results are really gonna depend on you ultimately. I know that it says that you can have these massive results, and that's true, and people have had great results. But at the end, it's going to come down to you and the business decisions that you make. So here I am in ClickFunnels, and I'm showing you what this actually looks like. Now, I'm actually going to open up the page so you can actually see. If you're familiar with this, you've probably already seen pages that look just like this. This is what the one I have looks like. Pretty simple landing page here. Headline here, eye-catching, big $50,000. So how people are making $50,000. This is true. People are making this. People are making more. People are also making less. But those results, a person making this kind of money, there's a few factors that you have to also take into consideration. The first is the choice of their traffic source. Some people have a really good line on a good traffic source. They know that the leads that a certain traffic provider will convert pretty well, or that they have converted well in the past, and so they're sending people through those traffic sources to this page, and they're converting really well. So your traffic is going to be a huge factor in this. The audience that you choose to position this in front of and who you speak to. This kind of an opportunity isn't going to work for every audience. So you can't just throw this out in front of everybody and hope it sticks, because some people are going to see this and they're going to get turned off to it instantly. Maybe this isn't something they're interested in. Maybe they're not at that point in their lives where they're wanting to start a business. Or maybe some people will look at this and say, oh, this looks like a scam, because that's what people are used to these days. The system can work, and I'm going to show you why it can work as we go through this. But I just wanted to point some things out to you. So headline here, passive income, meaning income that you earn once and then you continue to earn recurring income, getting the dream car paid for. So the secret affiliate machine, what it's doing is it's a system for promoting ClickFunnels. Now ClickFunnels, if you aren't familiar with ClickFunnels, is the software program that people use, marketers, but business people use to put their services and their products out there to customers. A funnel basically is just a process for guiding people through what's called a value ladder. You are basically guiding people through a sales process, and that's what a funnel is. Now, a couple things that you have to keep in mind when it comes to using funnels and when it comes to this offer in particular. The first thing that you have to understand, this is actually inherent, is that the funnel is only as successful as how well you position it. If you position a funnel in front of somebody, a funnel regarding a certain product in front of somebody who has no interest in that product whatsoever, you can't expect it to convert. So building a funnel, no matter how attractive it is only part of the battle. You also have to make sure that it's right-sized. Now, one thing I want to I'm just going to open up a quick Word doc here so I can show you this as a diagram. Now, let's say that we have our funnel here. This is our secret affiliate machine. SAM. And let's say that the process of the affiliate machine, here's how it works. You're going to have an opt-in page here. You're going to fill out a form. You're going to click a button. And it's going to take you to the next step of this funnel automatically. So this is step 1. Now step 2 of this process is introducing prospects to ClickFunnels. Now there's actually an order to this. It's a very logical order. And I'm going to tell you what step 3 is before I explain step 2 so you can kind of understand what's going on here. Now step 3 is where you provide them with a share funnel. And what is a share funnel? Basically, a share funnel is an exact duplicate of this entire process, all the way through to the end. So there's a few steps in this funnel here. And what a share funnel does is it gives a person, you get a link through ClickFunnels, and what this link does is it will give them an exact replica of this entire process. You're giving them this funnel without them having to build it themselves. The reason that this is placed first is because really in order to take advantage of this share funnel, they have to have a ClickFunnels account. So the second page will introduce them to ClickFunnels. There's a video that plays. There's some text, probably a headline here, some text, a few buttons here. Where they will go here, this button here, is where they will get their 14-day trial. Now, ClickFunnels offers a really awesome 14-day trial to test the system, which means that if somebody were to sign up for this system, grab their share funnel, this exact replica, plug in their affiliate links, because everybody who joins ClickFunnels becomes an affiliate by default, grab their affiliate links, plug them in to the various places of this funnel, and then go through the same process of promoting this funnel like everyone else is doing. The idea is that they will have other people who will go through the same process, opt in here, sign up for a ClickFunnels, grab their free replica of this. This one is about traffic. So there's a few traffic resources on this page, solo ads, providers mainly. Why solo ads? There's a couple reasons why they're doing solo ads here. Solo ads tend to be kind of one of the cheapest sources of traffic that you can get. If you're doing, say, Google or Facebook ads, first off, this funnel will not get approved through Facebook. I don't see it happening. Facebook has very stringent compliance requirements, and it restricts any kind of business model it doesn't understand, or its algorithms don't understand, and any of its human reviewers don't understand. So your chances of getting this type of funnel approved through Facebook, not so good. Google, it's possible, but they also have compliance requirements of their own. But when you're doing Google, you have to look at what the cost per click, cost per acquisition is. Your cost per click and your cost per acquisition, basically what these are is for every how many people who see this, let's say that you run an ad on Google, and let's say that you get 100 people to sign up. But let's say that you had to spend $1,000 to get those 100 people. Your cost per click is simply the amount of money you spent total divided by the number of leads you acquired, or number of clicks you acquired, excuse me. This doesn't even include if you actually acquired the leads. This is just how many people click through to your opt-in page. So that's what the difference between CPC and CPA is. So let's just say that you had 100 people visit your page. So your cost per click is your total ad spend divided by the number of people who click through. Your cost per click is $10. Now let's say that out of those 100 people, only 10 of them converted. Okay? So then your cost per acquisition is simply 10, or excuse me, 1,000 divided by 10. And your cost per acquisition is $100. So for every lead you acquired through Google or whichever platform you're using, if you spent $1,000 and you only got 10 leads for that $1,000, your cost per acquisition is $100. Now, this model works really well if you had a high ticket offer. Now remember, we're just looking at opt-ins here. So that's just opt-ins. That's just you capturing leads. Now let's say that from your opt-in page, now I'm getting off tangent here, but I kind of want to explain a little bit how this works. Let's say from your opt-ins, let's say you took them to a sales page. And let's say on this sales page you had a high ticket offer for $1,000. I'm going to keep these nice round numbers. They're just easier to work with. So you send 10 people to your $1,000 high ticket offer. And let's say that one person buys. So then you're going to look at your net profit. Your ad spend was $1,000. You obtained $1,000 in sales revenue. So you broke even. Now, we're not done with this. You still got these 10 leads here. So if only one bought, that means that the others that didn't buy, you could potentially retarget these, send them back to this offer through your email, through your autoresponder, re-promote this to them, and you may be able to convert one or two more through your email sequence. Everything that you convert above your break-even point is profit. So in this case, it took one sale of our high ticket offer to break even. If you were able to convert even one more, then your total net profit is $1,000. So what does this have to do with this up here? What am I getting at? As you can see, advertising through these platforms, if your offer is really targeted and you've really nailed your audience and your pages convert really well, these can work really well. Your whole goal really is to lower this and this. You want to spend less. You want to spend less cost per click. So to spend less as far as CPC is concerned, you need to either increase the number of opt-ins, or you need to decrease the cost that Google charges for a click. And you can do that in a number of ways. But the main thing is to try to find less competitive keywords. Now, when I write these out, I go off on a tangent. So less competitive keywords. So I apologize that this is all over the place. Now, this is all kind of complicated. For the purposes of this video, I did want to show you how it all works. So now that you've seen how that works with like Google or Facebook or something like that, now it brings us back to our question. Why are we caring about using solos? Why are we using solos versus other forms of traffic? And so the reason we are going with solos is because the cost per click is already established with solos. Solo providers, most of them will charge per click. Now, some solos, they'll charge per lead. What this means is, so this is how it'll work. If you buy a solo package and you're paying for, let's just say 500 clicks, Meaning, how this works is a solo provider sends out an email to their list and they tell them about your offer. So in this case, they're telling them about this here. They're giving them this URL, and then in their message, they're writing to their audience and saying, look, my friend or this person has this great offer. You should go check it out. And what they'll do is they will then run that. They'll send that email out to as many people in their list as needed to get to the 500 clicks. So if they have 50,000 people in their list, and you buy a $500 or 500 click package, they may need to send 1,000 people this email to get you to that 500 clicks, because not everybody that they send it to may be interested in this. So that's important to remember. So with the per click packages, the solo provider is simply going to point their audience in the direction of your offer. Per lead is a little bit different. It's a similar model, but the way that it works is you basically pay for the acquisition. This is a cost per click, this is a cost per acquisition. So they'll send out emails to their list until you have captured the number of leads that you want. So if you buy a 500 lead package, they'll send out emails to their subscribers in this list until you have captured 500 leads, not 500 clicks. A click doesn't guarantee that they'll convert to a lead. They may send 500 clicks to your URL, and you may only get 100 people to actually opt in. Whereas with a lead, you're going to get 500 opt-ins, basically. You will get 500 people signing up for your opt-in. Now, with this, you'll see with these solo providers is they'll typically have to send out a lot more emails in order to get to that number, because now they're not just sending out emails and then just waiting for the clicks to stack up. Now they have to wait for the people on their list to sign up till they get to this number. So what you'll tend to see with the per lead model is that the cost is higher, which is fine, because you're now paying for guaranteed leads. You're paying for guaranteed subscribers. So there is a trade-off there. But the thing about the solo ads is they tend to be less expensive. The per click model, you'll tend to see clicks as low as 40 cents. I've seen that in many places. Now come down here back to our Google, and let's remember what our CPC was. If we spent $1,000 on our traffic and we had 100 clicks, our CPC was $10. Now, there is a little bit of a trade-off here that you have to be aware of. With Google, with Facebook, with a lot of these other platforms, you have the opportunity to target them very, very carefully. You can really hone in on an exact audience and really tailor your targeting to your preferred and ideal audience. So even though these clicks may be more expensive, they may be more qualified. Meaning these clicks, and then the conversions, the 10 opt-ins, these may be a lot more qualified than the clicks that were purchased through the solo model. These 10 people may be interested in your high ticket offer. One person may be inclined to buy that high ticket offer and break even. With the solo ad, per click or per lead, there's no guarantee you'll break even on your ad spend. But it is a much cheaper option, and most of the solo ad providers do segment their lists, meaning they have basically broken up their lists by what their subscribers' interests are, so they know basically what their audience members want. So the solo ads are definitely a much cheaper option. They're a good way to build your own list, and you can definitely get people to subscribe to your newsletter. And then as far as this model is concerned, to go through this funnel, starting here at the opt-in, where you capture their email, coming here, telling them about ClickFunnels, telling them that this is the mechanism that runs this whole machine basically, offering them the 14-day trial. If they join the trial, now they can come over here and they can click this button here to grab the link for the share funnel, which if they've already set up their ClickFunnels, will be automatically installed into their ClickFunnels account. So now they have this exact replica. And then they'll come over here, and then there'll be some other information in this video. This video might tell them how to modify it and adjust it and insert their own links, this training video here. From here, now, once they have their, assuming they've gone through these steps here, set up their account, got their share funnel, and then followed the instructions here, and then added their links, and they've got their own funnel now that looks just like this, and they've updated it. Come over here and get their traffic source. Now these are solos, so they'll reach out to a solo ad provider, and there's some good ones listed on here that have really good converting traffic. You'll see them on the traffic page here. And they'll basically say, okay, now that you have your funnel ready, now what you need to do is you need to run some traffic to it. So you should get a hold of a solo provider, get some clicks from him, however many you want, and have him run traffic to this entire funnel, to your version of the funnel. And then this last page is going to be like resources and additional tools and stuff like that. Things to help. Now, let's bounce over here. I've showed you a lot in that video, but I want to go back to here. So again, we start with our opt-in page. They enter their opt-in, or their information here on the opt-in page, and then they go forward. Mailing list is not active. Oh. Oops. Did I not? Oh, you know what I did? It's a good learning experience right here. I'm actually gonna show you guys a little teaching moment here. I forgot to set the integration in here. Mailing list is not active. Connected. Affiliate machine. No, the integration is set. Maybe I didn't set this to the button. Submit order form. Yeah. Oh, that's good. General. That's good. I want you guys to watch this. This is a good learning experience. I don't like to edit this stuff out because even as I'm running through things, even though I think I have everything set perfectly, sometimes I'll run into these situations that are not it's not active. Affiliate machine. You know what? Let's go back and see if I can get this to work. Let's see if it's still giving me that same error. Nope, mailing list not active. So here's what's happening here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, go into my autoresponder, figure out what the hell is happening. But what's happening is, and I'm thinking I know what it is I didn't set up in my Aweber account, which is the autoresponder that I use, I didn't set up the correct form, or I didn't set up a form at all that's linked to the affiliate machine. So that's something you have to also remember when you're doing this. This is a good learning experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to my Aweber, I'm going to get that fixed, and then I'm going to come back and resume this. Alright, so I figured it out. It's actually a pretty simple fix. Basically what happened is when you integrate a third-party autoresponder with ClickFunnels, you have to set up sign-up forms in that particular autoresponder. So, the integration process was pretty straightforward. You first integrate the autoresponder service into ClickFunnels, and then you just would select the options when you're going into the page and linking the integration to that page. You integrate an existing form, and basically what I failed to do is for this list I failed to create a form, sign-up form. This is just my Aweber right here. I forgot to set up the form to have on this list because what this basically does is when they submit their information on the opt-in here, it will then port it over to the form in Aweber, and then it will get added into the your Aweber list, or whichever your autoresponder is. It could be any of them. So it could be GetResponse, it could be ActiveCampaign. So that was basically what I forgot to do. Good learning experience. I'm not going to edit this out because I wanted you to see that you'll come to these situations when you're working through these things, and you'll have to find a solution. For me, it was just I did a quick search in Aweber to see what I had forgotten to do, and I figured it out in a couple of minutes. So, from the opt-in page, basically all you're going to do, if you go through this actual funnel here, they opt in. It's going to tell them about ClickFunnels. This video is going to give them an overview of ClickFunnels. It's going to say get your free account. This link here is going to take them to the actual ClickFunnels sign-up page. For me, it's going to take me to my dashboard. But for this person, it would take them to the actual sign-in page where they would sign up for their 14-day trial. Once they've done this, they would just click done. It takes them to step 3. Tells them how to get their share funnel, the copy of the funnel. This whole funnel that we've been through so far, the opt-in page, step 2, step 3, and every step after this, this will allow them to get that. This link here will actually, if you click on this, it will actually open up the share page. It'll download it into their ClickFunnels account, and now they have a copy of this funnel. Since I have a copy, I'm going to close this. Now you're going to need to get your affiliate links. So this link will actually, if you click it, will actually take you into your affiliate center within ClickFunnels. You can grab your links. The affiliate bootcamp is a good free training you could use to basically learn some tips and tricks for marketing ClickFunnels. Step 3 is the traffic, or step 4 is the traffic page. This video will kind of explain how to use certain forms of traffic. Marcus on Facebook, traffic to the machine. Traffic for me is another traffic provider. Udemy is another as a solo ad provider. And it'll show you how to copy your machine link, which is the link to your page. Basically, it's the link you provide to the solo ad providers when they send traffic from their pages. It will give them this link here, so they go through your funnel instead of maybe someone else's, and then they go through the same process. And then, of course, the machine's live. Here's some extra resources here you can get your hands on, some other recommended stuff. So that's the process of the machine. That's what it looks like when you go all the way through it. So let's go to each part of this and kind of look at it. The first page was an opt-in page. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically you're there to capture their information, add it to an email list so that you can then send them content related to this product in the future. For me, what I did is I identified some problems with being an affiliate for ClickFunnels. So the reason that being an affiliate for ClickFunnels is so awesome is because when you get subscribers to ClickFunnels, you are going to earn passive income, which is basically monthly reoccurring income for the life of the account. So for however long that subscriber is active in ClickFunnels. And I believe it's something in the neighborhood. For the basic package, I believe it's like $47 a month or something like that. Now, one of the things you have to pay attention to is what's called I'm going to actually take you over to ClickFunnels so you can actually see what this looks like. I am very click happy right now. And I'm going to show you what this looks like in the affiliate center. So if we go to the home page, I'm going to take you over to my affiliate, one of my pages here. This is one of my accounts here. And if you come over here to the affiliate tools section, I want to show you something. But the one thing you want to pay attention to is the stick rate. Now, what is the stick rate? The stick rate is basically, oh, come on, stupid thing. I want is fine. There we go. Okay. So the stick rate is the percentage of people that remain active in ClickFunnels, meaning they remain subscribers. The higher that number, the better off you are. So this number here, your stick rate. The other number you want to pay attention to is your churn. Your churn is the percentage of people who are leaving ClickFunnels. They're canceling their subscriptions. You want this number to be low, and you want this number to be high. Here's the thing. How do we get the stick rate to be higher? You have to identify why people are canceling. And why are people canceling their ClickFunnels? Number one reason probably that I see is too complicated. There is a bit of a learning curve when using ClickFunnels, especially for some of the older generations that may not have grown up using computers, may not be extremely tech savvy. It may be a little bit overwhelming. So what I do is I list some of the problems. So it's too complicated. Can't connect service to a business, or something that they want to use to earn income to service or product. So how do we overcome these? I'm just going to list these two here. For me, the first one is actually pretty straightforward. If something was too complicated for me, or something is too complicated for me, what do? I go to YouTube. And I find a video to explain it to me. Well, your customers, your prospects probably aren't going to want to have to go out of their way to understand this service. If they get into their minds that this service isn't for them, if they can't figure it out and they're just like, I give up, this is too hard, some might go to YouTube and try to figure it out. Basically, you're going to find people that aren't just going to want to go through that trouble, and they're going to cancel. Your churn rate's going to go up. So what I did is I was proactive. I created a page with training on it. I made videos similar to this one, but a little bit more on the ball. It's been a long day for me. I'm pretty tired. And I made trainings to explain, these are the descriptions for the videos, and I made these videos to explain how to do certain things in ClickFunnels. The idea is I wanted to make the learning curve lower. If I can help people understand how to use ClickFunnels by providing them some training to understand some of the basic concepts so that they can get familiarized with the service faster, you're going to see it impact. Your churn rate's going to lower and your stick rate's going to increase because you're proactively helping them. How did I get this into their hands? Well, I created a page on the back end of my secret affiliate machine. It's actually not linked into the funnel. So as they go through the funnel, they're not going to get to this page as they proceed through the funnel because it's not really what it's built for. How I get them to this training is I basically send out my autoresponder, and one of my autoresponders says, something like too complicated, and then it'll go through and say, are you having trouble with ClickFunnels? If so, I created this free training just for you, no opt-in, no registration, no cost. Just go to this page and there'll be some videos here you can use to help you get it figured out faster. So this is my way of taking care of issue number one, being proactive. Number two is can't connect the service or product to, or can't connect to a service or a product. Well, if you're marketing the SAM system, the secret affiliate machine, your job is to basically convince them that CF, ClickFunnels, is great for SAM. This is the system, and that everything they need to market this is right here, with the exception of the traffic, which is what you're going to send. Now, if you don't want to just leave it at that, let's say you want to kind of extend out the benefits of ClickFunnels beyond the secret affiliate machine, you need to understand what your audience's interests are. Are they affiliate marketers for other products? Are they into e-commerce? Maybe they're realtors or they're real estate people. What other things could people be online? What are the ways of people making money online or trying to make money online? Or maybe you think of some brick and mortar places. Like maybe they're restaurateurs. There's a funnel for every single one of these things. There is a funnel system. E-commerce funnels, you can create a funnel to market products. Realtors, you can create a funnel to collect leads for properties. Restaurants, you can create a funnel to demonstrate to people the benefits of coming to your restaurant and find some creative ways to increase your restaurant's revenue. Maybe you work in a restaurant and you have a really great sauce recipe or something. It's a really great homemade sauce recipe. You can this up and get it ready for distribution, and maybe in your town you've got 5-star rave reviews. Everyone says this is the sauce. I buy it by the bucket. I have to have this sauce with everything. I eat it with breakfast, or whatever. I pour it on cake. It's that good. So now you could create a funnel that not only introduces people to your restaurant, but says, hey, look, I have this great sauce, and you can buy it through my funnel. You come in here, you opt in. When they opt in, you can send them to an email list, and you can do promos for your restaurant and for your products, your sauce. Maybe you'll create a new product line. Then you're going to take them through your funnel. Hey, you want to buy a jar of this sauce? And then you take them to an upsell. You know what? Right now we're having a buy 2 get 1 free or something. Something like that. So there's funnels for all kinds of stuff. So your job is not just to make it simplified for them, but it's also to show them the value of using ClickFunnels, not just for using the SAM system, but also beyond that, to address the other interests or income streams that they're considering. Because what you're going to do is your job is to try to keep them subscribed to ClickFunnels as long as possible. And the best way to do that is to show them the value. You see, that's the main thing right here. This number goes up, this number goes down, because people don't see the value in it. You have to show them. You have to show them how they can get the value. You have to show them that on the surface it may seem complicated, but follow these videos and you'll be a pro in no time. You'll be able to do this with your eyes closed. And not only that, but once you're good at this, once you know how to use ClickFunnels, now you can use it for all of your different business models. You can build funnels. Once you get really good, you can build funnels for people who have these types of business models, and you can create a business out of that. So you have to but you have to encourage people to look at the total value of ClickFunnels. And what's going to happen is that if you can show them why they should stick around and pay this money every single month, and give them ideas of how they can monetize it, you are going to see your stick rate go up. And then this reoccurring income will be more consistent. Now, the really cool thing about this passive income is $47 a month doesn't sound like a lot. But if you had 10 people subscribe, that's $470 a month. Still not great, right? What happens when you get to 100? Well, now you're making a pretty decent salary or monthly income off of 100 people. Now let's say you keep going and you're doing everything you can, you're keeping your stick rates high, you're keeping your churn rates low, and now you're getting up to 1,000 people. You get 1,000 people at $47 a month. How much is that per month? Now we're talking. So there is definitely reason for you to invest in encouraging your people to see the value in ClickFunnels. You got to keep these numbers in their place. You have to keep this high, you got to keep this low. And you have to do that by identifying why people are going to cancel. There's more reasons than this, but you have to look at it. When you're considering this promotion, when you're considering this for yourself, and you're looking at the pages, and I'm showing you the pages, and I'm giving you full transparency as to how this system works, and you're considering it for yourself, you're thinking in your mind, oh, I have to sign up for this ClickFunnels. I don't know if I want to do that. It's 47 bucks, or the amount we get as affiliates is 47. The amount you pay is 97. That's how much the average person pays for the basic package. You're asking yourself, why do I want to pay $100 a month for this? Why should I? Well, that's what, this is why you need to learn, if you're going to be successful with this model, why ClickFunnels is such a great product. And in some of the other, videos I do, I show you how it works. But you have to understand something about ClickFunnels. What ClickFunnels is used for is to create an effective sales process, which is needed for basically every type of business model. And it's designed to do this very easily. It's drag and drop. It's not complex HTML coding or anything like that. It's very simple drag and drop. There are some nuances to it. There are some things you have to figure out. It does have a little bit of a learning curve. But guess what? It's not that difficult to figure out. And there are tons and tons of videos. I've created several videos myself. I know people, friends of mine, that have created dozens, hundreds of videos. Free videos. You don't have to pay for them. They'll show you every little in and out of using ClickFunnels. And then they go into the advanced stuff, how to design super high converting funnels. There are people that literally they make an entire living. They make 6-7 figures creating funnels for businesses, high converting funnels for businesses that look beautiful, that are designed, that are just drop dead gorgeous. But you have to understand what ClickFunnels is. You have to understand that ClickFunnels is a tool that's used to make the marketing process simpler. If you're watching this video, you're a marketer of some kind, whether you're an affiliate or you're e-commerce or you're promoting, whatever the case may be. So there is value in using this program regardless of what business model you may use, and it's extremely simple to use. You come into any one of these, these are just some sample funnels that I have built. Some of them are installed, some of them I built myself. But you have to understand that with ClickFunnels, it's simple. You go into the ClickFunnels, you go into your funnel page, which this is what it looks like, and you can do anything you want with this thing. You can come over here, just quickly change the font color. You want to change it to red or to black. Change the background, make it look however you want. If you just want it to be like a white color or something like that, it looks terrible, but I'm just kind of showing you how this works. It's drag and drop. You can drag things, or you can click and drag things around. You want this down here, you can drag this down here, drag it back up. It's simple to use, it's not super complicated. The nuances you're going to find don't have to do with actually building the pages themselves. They really have to do with setting up things like your autoresponder integrations, which is something I was doing earlier. You may have seen that. I was having some issues with that because I didn't do something within my autoresponder service. Something I forgot, I left out, I overlooked something. Things like that. Getting a domain transferred over, a domain, your custom URL transferred over to this page or to whatever, to your funnel page. There are nuances, but I guarantee you that for everything you don't know, there is a video that shows you how to do it. I know because I've used hundreds of YouTube videos and tutorial videos to learn how to use the system. Do I know everything? I do not. And every time I encounter a situation where I'm not sure what's going on, I just simply go to YouTube, or I ask one of my friends in my Facebook groups, hey, what's going on here? How do I fix this? And every time I've been able to figure it out. You will find that as you get more familiar with the system, you're able to do more with it. Your ideas are going to populate in your head, and you're going to start to see the potential of using this system increase. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. As you send them through your SAM funnel, you need to keep in mind that it's not just good enough to get them to sign up and get this money if they don't stick around. If they stick around for a month, try it out and say, screw this, then all you've gained at the end of the month is maybe a $47 check. Well, that's not a business. That's not a reoccurring income. Your job is not just to put people through the funnel, it's to get them to stay. And you get them to stay by showing them the value, addressing problems and objections they're going to have, and then creating tools and resources or directing them. You don't have to create these things. You know, if you know that people are going to have trouble with a certain thing within ClickFunnels, you can find a YouTube video and you would share that with your audience and your email. Say, hey, look, I know this can be a problem for you. Here's a great YouTube video that I think is going to really help you to avoid any problems with this. Even though you didn't create this, you still curated it. You went out and you found it for them. They didn't have to go looking for it. You went and said, here's this video. This will help. Enjoy. You've added value by helping them to, there may not even be a problem at that point, but you're proactively solving the problem by avoiding having a problem in the first place. You're seeing a potential problem. You're helping them to learn how to overcome it. That is going to tremendously add value to the ClickFunnels service, and it's going to get them to stay longer. You build the business using this model by keeping people here and growing your total number of subscribers to a point where you're making a very decent income. Now, what is the whole thing with the car? Let's take a look at that, because I want you to see how that works. So if you we're going to go to the affiliate center really quick. If you come down here, you'll see that the ClickFunnels affiliate program, once you've reached 100 subscribers, they give you they cover a lease on a car of your choice. They give you up to $500 per month for the lease, which will get you a pretty decent amount of cars. And you can pick out whatever car you want. It's an incentive. You get to 100 subscribers. Now remember, at 100 subscribers at $47 a month, we already did the math on this, you're earning $4,700. You're not getting rich off that, but that is actually a pretty decent income. Not only are you getting that $4,700, but ClickFunnels is giving you an additional $500 towards your lease, so now you have a nice new car that they're paying for. It's an incentive. So when this funnel, in this opt-in page, if it says, we go back to the opt-in page, which I'm going to do now, and it says I'm in the wrong funnel. My apologies. I bounced around. Now I'm paying the price. Where did you go? Secret affiliate machine. Here it is. God, I got stuff going all over the place. If you come back to the opt-in page, and on the opt-in page, it says, and get their dream car paid for. This is what this is talking about. Get to 100 subscribers, and you get your car, paid for. So you can make 50 grand. So what did it take for us to get to 50 grand in passive income? They're talking about making 50 grand a year. To get to 50 grand a year, basically this $100, this 100 subscribers at $4,700 a month, that's about 50K right there. They've gotten to 100, got their 50K, and they get a car just for getting 100 people to sign up. So this is the part where it gets really exciting. This is the part where I kind of turn into a pitch. Now, if you've stayed with me this long, it's been about 50 minutes or so. If you stayed with me this long, this is going to be like a little soft pitch. I'm not going to try to pitch you on this. But this is the part where it gets exciting. You have the machine here. This machine has already been shown to convert because hundreds of people are using it and they're getting these results. And people are making this kind of money and getting these kinds of results. There are results all over the place. To show this, I see it all over social media. And all they're doing is driving traffic using one of these sources here. An individual named Marcus on Facebook who runs solo ads that are very targeted. They're a little bit pricey, but they're very targeted. Remember what I said. If you have a targeted audience, you should be willing to pay a little bit more for that audience because you have a higher chance of converting. So here's a number of traffic sources you can use to drive traffic to the front of this funnel, opt them in, and then guide them through the different steps. And the funnel itself does that. These videos show them what to do. It has instructions. Click this button, go to this page, do this. Get your own, and then do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. Does it seem scammy on the surface? When I first saw it, yes, a little bit. But then when I realized what it was doing, all it's doing is it's introducing people to ClickFunnels, which is a great service in and of itself. It's a versatile service used for all kinds of different marketing campaigns. This is really getting people familiar with A, ClickFunnels, and B, how to run a campaign. And to me, that's not scammy at all. Now, think about this though for a minute. All you're doing is guiding people through the process of getting this very same system set up. You're not trying to sell them a product necessarily. You are getting them to sign up for a ClickFunnels account, but you're not trying to hard sell them any kind of a like an ebook or a high ticket offer or anything like that. You're basically saying, look, you're going to get this funnel for free. You're going to be able to take this funnel, plug in the links. We're going to give you the traffic sources. Just contact those sources or sign up for those sources, send some traffic to the page, and start building your 100 subscribers. Once you get to 100, you're making 50 grand a year, and you're getting a car paid for. Now, most people aren't, the car is nice, but most people are like, what do I want a car for? Think about it. Do you have a car payment right now? How much is that car payment? I pay like $200 or $300 a month for mine. ClickFunnels is saying, we'll pick up your car payment. We'll give you a brand new lease of any car of your choosing within that $500 allowance. So not only is ClickFunnels paying for your car, but you get to choose whichever one you want. You aren't restricted to, I can only afford $100 a month or $200 a month lease, and you're driving a Pinto or whatever. No, you can go to a lot and say, ooh, this car is within that 500. I could pick this, and it could be like a BMW or a Jetta or whatever. And now you get to drive around a nice car that ClickFunnels is picking up the tax. That's one less expense you have to pay for from your monthly budget. Plus, you're getting paid 50 grand a month, 50 grand a year. Most people don't make 50 grand a year in their jobs. And all you have to do is get 100 people to sign up. Think about this. If you send 200 or 300 people through and you get 6 or 7 people to sign up, which I've seen people get more than that, through these traffic sources, 6 or 7, you're almost 1/10 of the way to your 100. You repeat that a few more times. So people are like, oh, but I don't have the money to continually send traffic. That's fine. Send through some test traffic. Get 6 or 7 subscribers. Focus on adding value to those subscribers. Make sure that they understand the value of ClickFunnels. Baby them. Nurture them. Care for those 7 subscribers. Get them to stick. Remember the math. If you had 7 subscribers and you have, so you had 7 subscribers. Let's say you got 7 subscribers out of a run. You know what? Let's make it 6. So you had, you get $47 a month. You got 6 subscribers. What's the math on that? I'm gonna do this on here. I'm gonna pull up a calculator. You can watch me struggle with math. I'm not doing Common Core. What is that? 42, 4, 24, 28. That's $282 a month. Let's say you bought 300 leads, and let's say you paid, let's just say 90. You're going to pay about, what is that, 280 or 270 or something like that. Your first month, you break even with your cost. You reached your break-even point. Most people are saying, well, yeah, it's a wash. Yeah, for month 1. What happens in month 2? Boom. This money comes back over, and now that $282 is what we call profit. You can now take that $282, plug that back in, buy 300 more, repeat the process. Only this time, what you can do is if you get the same number of conversions, 6, around that same number, you double this number. Now you have double the buying power. You can now take the 282 because you're going to be a month behind. So you now take the 282 that you're getting, well, you wait for the other 282 to come in, and you just keep buying leads and buying leads and buying leads. Eventually, your monthly is going to be huge. Imagine if you could put $4,700. You got 100 subscribers. So you got your dream car, but you're saying, fuck this. I want to make, excuse my language, I want to make more. Well, okay, take that full $4,700. Go out and buy yourself, 4,500 leads or whatever. My tablet's dying, I apologize. And let's say if you were getting 6 to 300, I am going to pull the calculator out for this one because this is going to be a fraction or a decimal, and I'm not really good with those. But let's say that you got 6 out of 300 of a run of 300. Your conversion rate on that is 2%, which is about average. So that's about average for the industry. So let's say that the traffic source you've got is giving you a 2% conversion rate, and you sent 4,500. Well, if we did 2% of 1,000, that would be what, 20? So if you did 20 times what, 4 basically? Not 20. We did 2% off 1,000 would be 20, 40, 60, 80, and let's just say we'll just say half of 10, so 80, 90. And let's say you got 90 off that run. You got 4,500 leads. You converted at a 2% conversion rate to 90. You basically doubled your monthly subscribers. So instead of making $4,700 a month, you're now making, what is that, 9,400 bucks. Now we're talking some decent cash. And now here's the other thing. Once you get to 200, ClickFunnels says, all right, you know what? You got to 200. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to up your lease to $1,000 a month. Now go get yourself a Ferrari or something. See what I'm saying? And then what you do is you do the same thing over and over. You take that 9,400, you run that in. It's your 90 cents per click. You get about 9,300 leads at a 2% conversion. You just basically take your 90 here, double it, 180. You've upped over that 100. And you do that again and again and again. As long as this traffic source is converting at 2, you just keep doing that until this number is as high as you want it to be. Will it work flawlessly like that? It may not. In all good likelihood, it may not. But if a traffic source runs dry, you can always find another solo ad provider. Maybe one that hasn't been tapped yet. There's thousands of solo ad providers. There's thousands of traffic sources you can consider. The point is that all you're really aiming for in the beginning is getting to that 100, getting that $5,000 a month, getting that car paid, that car lease or whatever. That's your goal. Once you get that goal, you can take all this cash, reinvest it to get to whatever result you want. Now that's the pitch. I'm just showing you, I'm even telling you that it is a pitch. But you can see the math on this. It isn't complicated. It may not work like clockwork, I'll tell you that. You're going to run into some hiccups. There are some assumptions with this. But the assumptions are pretty conservative. We're operating based on a pretty average conversion rate of 2%. So if you think about this model, all you've got to do is take your spend, your initial spend. So if you're spending, if you're getting 300 at a 90 cent, which you're going to pay more for higher quality traffic, you throw in 270, you get 6 subscribers, you make your 282, you take your investment, because like I said, you break even your next month, you can take that in, nurture your leads, and you're going to do that for all of them. No matter if you have 100 or 1 or 20,000, you're going to nurture your leads. You're going to give them the same kind of resources they need to be successful. So that's how this system works. And I wanted to give you this deep dive so you could see how the secret affiliate machine works, how it can work. Is there going to be work involved? Is this a simply plug-and-play system? You just drop it on the internet and watch the money roll in like a slot machine? No, it's not. It's going to take work. Any system is going to take work. Now, some people do just drop this on there, try to get as many leads as they can. But the problem is if they're not taking care of those leads, they're not nurturing them, giving them resources to be successful, those people are going to see higher and higher churn rates and lower stick rates. They're going to invest all their money into getting these leads only to have those leads wash out. Now they've just wasted their time and their money. So the work comes in nurturing your leads. The system gets them in your hands, gets them into your world, and then when they're in your world, your job is to nurture them, to get them to stay, to trust you. And then and only then, once you have a system in place for helping them to be successful, being there to help them learn the system and then guiding them through this very same process like I'm doing in this video, then and only then can you expect your leads to stick around, your subscribers to stick around for the long term, and you're going to show them how to do the exact same thing. See, here's the beauty of it. This system is successful only if you do what you're getting right now. The only way it succeeds is if you take this system and then you show your subscribers how to make it work like this video is doing. And you teach them to do the same thing with their people and the same thing. It's basically almost like an MLM kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with multi-level marketing though. It's very successful. It's got a bad rap, partially because people have had relatives push crap on them, MLM campaigns. But the business model is solid. This is the same kind of thing. There's nothing wrong in business with a model that is dependent upon people helping other people. I see nothing wrong with that system. So this is what the Secret Affiliate Machine can do. So I encourage you to check it out. I am going to put a link below in the description. If you want to go through my machine, I do have those training videos. If you need some help with ClickFunnels, I do make myself available on social media. If you have questions about how to use it, how to use the ClickFunnels, how to get traffic into your machine, and how to drive that, and how to basically make those numbers that I was showing you a reality, I do offer all of that. I make myself available. I don't charge for it. Because guess what? Your success is my success. And vice versa. Make sense? Great. So again, link is below. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourselves.